Do you need to evict someone from your mind that just won't seem to go away? Then this message is for you. Take a few minutes and listen to this message to be encouraged on how to be sure the renter in your mind is someone you really want there. Welcome to my podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start After Trauma. I'm Regina Sanchez, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Starting over after trauma can be a blend of real pain and some hope, sadness and then some joy. It's a mixture of moments of faith and then moments of fear. There will be times when you'd rather not remember, but then times of excitement. You may fail along the way, but if you keep moving forward, your discouragement will turn to peace. Some days you may feel like giving up, and other days you're running in your race to victory. That, my friend, is a journey of having a fresh start after trauma. And if you are in any of these places and need some encouragement, you have stopped at the right place. Let's journey together to giving you a fresh start after trauma. Join me now to be revived, rejuvenated, and restored to a place of living free from your past emotional pain. Welcome, friends, to my podcast, Giving You a Fresh Start After Trauma. As always, I know I say this every time, but I really mean it. I'm blessed that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. And I pray that my message will shed some light on issues in your life. So let's get started. Renewing our mind consists of not only recording truth responses to the negative beliefs we have, but it also includes not letting someone rent space in your mind that doesn't reflect God's love or God's truth. Don't let someone rent space in your mind unless they reflect God's love and truth. And just a quick review of why renewing our mind is so important and why it requires our verbal confessions. Sometimes there are belief systems embedded in our subconscious mind that we are not even aware that are affecting us. And the only way we can uncover or expose them is by looking at our life and seeing what is causing this emotional pain or the emotional imbalances or why something seems to keep happening over and over again in our life. There could be a root of wrong thinking tied to that situation. And why do we need to keep confessing out loud the truth? Well, it's like learning your ABCs or the multiplication table. How did you learn those? You had to repeat them over and over again out loud. You even learned songs to help you remember them. Well, the same with replacing truth with false beliefs. We must repeat them over and over until they're embedded in our mind and our subconscious. Hence, our mind is renewed. Okay, so now back to my current message. When I used to organize people's offices, I would tell them that their desk is the most important real estate for the work they're doing. It shouldn't be cluttered, and it needed to be free of stuff that's not needed frequently, that they don't need to have access to daily or every other day or a lot, so that their work could be free-flowing, creative, and effective. Declutter the desk. Very important. Well, the same with your mind. If you have angst with someone and they're overtaking your mind, your thoughts, then first try to resolve it, but just don't let them take up space in your mind and let it swirl around like a merry-go-round. If the issues cannot be resolved, then move on. Bless them in the Lord, but move on. Sometimes we play things over and over in our mind, creating scenarios that may or may not even be true. You cannot resolve issues with someone if it's one-sided. You must move on. It's important to spend more time with people who bring out the best in you, not the stress in you. Well, it is also important is that you hold no ill feelings towards these individuals or individual. Ask the Lord to bless them and be there for them. But holding on to anger or unforgiveness towards an individual only hurts you. We must try to remember that life is not about changing the past. It's more about creating a new future. We need to learn from our past mistakes, our hurts, our traumas, and receive healing from the Lord so that we can begin to create something new in our life. To get your creative juices flowing, you need to have a clear and decluttered mind. And letting people take up space. Negative space is not only not healthy, but it's not productive. If you battle with this issue, then perhaps you could do the following. When you feel your mind being taken over with thoughts of an individual that you're having problems with, then number one, out loud say, I'm not going there. I am not going to let them take up space in my mind right now or today. And take it one day at a time. And sometimes you have to take it one moment at a time. Number two, renew your mind by thinking on something that is God's truth or something that's good, something pure, something kind, something gracious. But don't keep thinking on this person or the situation. Number three, ask the Lord to bless them. Each time they come to your mind, just say a blessing over them. And I know it can be hard, but the burn in your heart will begin to dissipate as you begin to bless them. They pop in your mind, Lord, bless them. If that's all you can say, that's all you can say. And as hard as it can be, when your heart is wounded, I promise you that over time, the hurt will begin to dissipate from you. And perhaps the relationship can be mended. Who knows? Remember, friends, that our mind is an important room in the house of our body. And if it is full of clutter, negative thinking, negative beliefs, it's only gonna pull you down. Sadly, it could pull you down so low that it'll be hard to get you out without help. In a world full of wounded people, we are bound to come upon them in our life. There's really no way of getting around it. And I always go to the Lord and I ask Him if I'm to continue having them in my life, because maybe the Lord wants me to minister to them. But there are times that He wants me to walk away. And sometimes those times can be family members. We are not obligated to have relationships with family members who are not good for our mental health or our mental well-being. So it's spring. Start to declutter your mind and don't let someone rent space in your mind who does not belong there. So friends, I hope this message encouraged you, shed some light on something that may be overwhelming your thoughts, overwhelming your thinking, overwhelming your emotions. Take some time and renew your mind and evict them from your mind if that's what the Lord wants you to do. If the relationship can't be resolved, if things cannot be worked out, then as sad and as hard as it could be, maybe it's time to move on. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this short message. Be blessed, be encouraged, share it with anyone you know who may need to hear it, and know that I am here for you. If there's any coaching or advice that you need to just bounce off or thoughts you need to bounce off me, I am here. Reach out. I'm just a call away. Thanks for listening. God bless. Thank you, my friends, for taking the time to listen to my podcast. I hope you found it uplifting and encouraging, and that it guides you to having peace, love, joy, and health in your life. If you would like more information on my coaching programs, then go to my website, reginasanchez.com, where you can see the services I offer. to give you a fresh start after trauma. You can also find my book, Can I Have Your Heart, Daddy, on Amazon. It is my personal journey back to the heart of my Heavenly Father. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that you are loved.